Hey everyone, welcome to this week's live stream. I'm so excited for today's class. So Paul, I see you're already busy in the comments, which is awesome. Thanks so much for joining. I see that you want to do inverted bicycle and a shoulder stand series. So absolutely, we can definitely do that. Amanda, thanks for coming. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. Rexel, good morning. Still sleepy. Daniel, Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame. Good morning. Hey, Silvana. Good morning. This is awesome. I love seeing the comments like this so busy right away. It's awesome. It definitely gives me a lot of energy. So thanks so much for being here. So as always, we're going to just wait a few minutes just to let everybody kind of join. But as you're waiting, I'll go through a couple things. So grab your props. I'm definitely going to try and teach with some props today, just to make things a little bit more accessible and just to show different variations. So if you've got some stuff kicking around, I'd highly recommend go grabbing it. So grab something that you could use as a strap. So that could be like a towel, a belt, a dog leash, something like that. Grab something that could look like a block or two. So you could use shoe boxes, you could use pots, you could use I can't even remember what some of the other options are right now, but just a book, something like that, that'll just give you a little bit of extra length. And then a blanket, which you can use to tuck probably later in the class, just to tuck in certain spots, just to get you a little bit closer. Yeah, it is freaking really cold outside, especially if you're in Ontario right now or Canada. And the lights are looking good. Awesome. I'm glad you like the lights. I'm trying to kind of like match them to my outfit. So that was the closest we could get. All right, so today's class, I've themed it as being fun. So I know a lot of us are kind of struggling right now with really low energy. It is really cold outside. There's just so much happening right now in the world, and energy levels are at an all-time low. We're all feeling like garbage. So what I want you to do is let's focus on having fun. So sometimes yoga can be really, really serious and we take ourselves too seriously in it. And so I want you to take that pressure off. And as we're going through this class, we're gonna just have fun. So the first little bit, we're gonna go a little bit faster paced, bring the energy up, get the blood flowing, get a little sweat on, hopefully. And then we're gonna have some fun with some poses. So I wanna do some arm balances, maybe even try some inversions. And if you're not down for any of those things, that is totally, totally fine. We're gonna walk through newbie versions because Renee's here. Yes, I'm so glad Renee's on. Guys, this is gonna be Renee's first yoga class, which is awesome. So what we'll do is the first flow or two, we'll go a little bit slower so that he can kind of get the pace and learn it. And I want you guys to just focus on your breath and just getting here. And then we're gonna have some fun. So grab your props. Again, they're gonna just help make everything more accessible. We're gonna have some fun. I've got a good playlist today with some energetic beats. So we're gonna get this going. If there's any other requests or poses or things like that that you guys wanna try, as always, just let me know in the comments. Adrian and Nico, awesome. Newbie version is what I need. That's awesome. So yeah, so we'll break it down, make sure it's super newbie friendly, and we're just gonna have some fun today. So that's what I want you guys to have in your head. The other thing is just meet yourself where you are. So sometimes in yoga, the poses can be super challenging. They can feel really demotivating. So we're gonna try and break those down into ones that are more accessible, but don't push your limits. Like, you know, there's like a fine line between kind of, you know, like, pushing and challenging yourself and just being stupid. So like, don't pass that line, right? Like hold yourself back a little bit, just enjoy, try to have fun with it. Check that ego at the door. And of course, honestly, I love doing these sessions. Adrian and Nico, I'm so glad you guys are on this. And just a quick shout out for them. So they're doing their live at 10:45 if you guys are interested in doing something a little bit more intense and getting your sweat on. So, all right, so we're gonna get started. So again, have fun. Also with the, with the nice like playlists and stuff, if you just want to break out and dance or something like that, then do that. If you want to just laugh because you're falling and we're doing some balancing poses or something, then just like let it go and laugh at yourself, right? So let's just like be silly and have fun with this one. And yeah, as Adrian Nico said, if you guys can smash the like button, then let us know. And another shout out, Designer Social, she is giving away this amazing tooth whitening kit. So last day to get your entries in, go check out her Instagram at the Designer Social. You've got to tag some friends, follow a couple profiles, and you get a bonus entry if you put it in your story. So go check it out. The whitening kit is amazing. And if you haven't seen some of her stories and her posts on it, she's just hilarious. So Erin, glad that you're here as well. So thanks so much for joining. All right, so with that, let's get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my headphones in and I'm gonna get the music started. And I want you to just find any seated comfortable position that works for you. So, one sec. Where is my playlist? Here we go. All right, sorry guys. My phone's being a little slow this morning. Okay, ready? We're gonna press the music now. Okay. So find any seated comfortable position. We're just gonna kind of chill out for a little bit, just kind of catch our breath. So find any seated comfortable position. Maybe you're putting the block under your seat if that feels good. You can be like I am, on kneeling. You can find cross-legged. If neither of those is feeling good, maybe you're even just gonna have your legs out or just anything that kind of feels good. So I just want you to just find something. You can even sit on the couch if that feels better. You can sit on a chair as well. So just anything to kind of keep you grounded. So we're just gonna start with a couple breaths, just kind of getting here. Just kind of noticing where you're at today. See if you can lengthen your spine a little bit. Notice if you are maybe bringing the spine back. Notice if you're bringing it forward. I have a tendency to bring mine forward. So just notice and just try to straighten up the spine. See if you can get the upper body in a nice straight line stacked over the hips. Just breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can notice your seat bones or whatever is touching the ground. See if you can make it just a little bit heavier. See if you can relax just a little bit more where you are here. All right, we're gonna do 3 more breaths together. Inhale. Let it go through the mouth. Inhale. Let it go through the mouth. One more. Inhale. Let it go. Exhale. All right. Opening the eyes if you close them. And let's meet in tabletop position. So we're going to start with just a little warm up, just kind of get the body going before we do our first flow. So we're gonna come in tabletop position. So one of the things with yoga, and honestly this goes with working out too, but especially when we got our hands on the ground, think about having a nice wide palm. So you want them pretty far. So if you look at where my hands are placed on the mat, you'll see my pinkies are almost at the sides of the mat. So you want a nice base here because this helps to just give you a little bit stronger of a base. This helps to distribute the weight so you're not putting too much weight into your wrists. but it should be comfortable. So, think about spreading the fingers here, and think about really putting some weight into this index knuckle and into the thumb here and in the back. So you should be feeling it kind of all around. So it's just good to know. All right, from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some cat and cow. So if you've never done this before, this can feel really weird. The first time I taught my brother this, I had no idea what was going on. So just see what you can do here, see if this will work for your body. So from here, what we're gonna do is arc the spine. Imagine you're like a cat and you're pressing your hands into the floor, tucking the belly, pushing away. And on the exhale, we're gonna do the opposite. So looking up at the ceiling, bringing the tummy down, and again, still pushing away with your hands, but now you should feel a little bit more of an opening here in the shoulders as they're concaving down. Keep going at your own pace, your own breath. Pushing into the mat, creating space in different ways. Feeling any bits of other movement. So maybe you're gonna try doing like a bit of a body roll here. Maybe you're just gonna shake the hips. Maybe you're feeling like your wrists are really tight and you wanna do some wrist work. So just pointing the fingers back, coming back here. I want you to just take any bits of movement that feel really good. And if this really isn't working for you, maybe you're gonna go into downward dog right away instead. So bringing the hips back. In our downward dog, we're again pressing our palms into the mat. We're trying to broaden through the shoulders. Gaze can be either kind of in the middle here or maybe even looking towards your feet. You can have a nice deep bend here in the knees. They don't need to be straight, but try and get your hips really high. Over time, you can work towards straightening the legs, but if that's not feeling good, having a bend in the knee will always be fine. So just breathing here. Continuing in your cat and cow if that's where you're at. Continuing to just warm up a little bit. We'll take another couple breaths here and then we're gonna start to flow. If you've got blocks, depending on how you're feeling, you can also try your downward dog with your blocks. This just gives a little bit more length in the body. So you can try that out to see what that feels like. All right, from here, let's step to the top of the mat. However you want to get there. Maybe you're just gonna walk. Maybe you're gonna hop. Maybe you're stepping, whatever you need to do. Find your way to the top. From here, flat back, look up. And exhale. Letting the head go, maybe bending the knees here, grabbing the elbows maybe, just hanging out here in your forward fold. Can straighten the legs if that feels good, can widen the feet if that feels good, can widen the feet even to mat width if that feels good. So you find what your version feels like. Hands can be on the toes, behind the legs, on the floor, you pick. Hang out here for a sec. All right, coming back to flat back, look up, and palms all the way out and coming to standing. Palms to the ceiling, breathe in, maybe a little back bend here, and palms coming down, mountain pose. So hanging out here just for a breath. And we're gonna start our flow. Breathing here. Awesome, Erin. I'm glad that you're feeling this one. All right, inhale, palms up, low back bend. exhale, folding over the legs. Grabbing those elbows, bending those knees. Just see if you can connect the belly and the thighs here. See what that feels like. Maybe you're gonna start trying to straighten the legs. See what that feels like. Inhale, flat back, look up. Palms are gonna come to the mat and you're going to maybe step one foot and the other foot back. Maybe you're gonna hop back. So you find your version. From here, if you're new, drop your knees to the ground. We're gonna go into our chaturanga. So from here, bringing the elbows tight into the body. From here, swooping, creating a little bit of a back bend here in your cobra. Thighs are still on the ground. Feel free to go into upward dog if that feels good for you. We're just taking this one a little bit slow. Hi, shady bear cat. Hi, shady bear cat. From here, coming over the toes into your downward dog. Breathing here, pushing your palms into the mat, broadening the spine, maybe bending the knees here, seeing what this feels like. All right, maybe this is your first downward dog, maybe it's your second. So from here, just pedaling out the feet, bringing one heel down, then the other. Maybe bending the knees and straightening them. Finding any bits of movement here. Maybe nodding the head here. Yes, no. Broadening through the spine. Hanging out here. Even bring one knee in, getting a bit more of a side stretch here. Breathe. All right, we're gonna go a little bit faster than that pace, but one more time so that we can kind of get what a flow feels like, and then we'll add on. So again, from here, we're going to step or hop to the top of our mat or walk, so whatever works. Inhale, flat back, palms come to the shins, look up. Exhale, fold. Any fold, remember you can bend the knees here, holding the elbows. Just breathe. All right, inhale, palms coming all the way up, swan diving those hands up, maybe a little back bend, and palms coming down, exhale. All right, from here, let's flow it out. Hey Fu, I'm so glad you're here. Yep, Cobra pose is so good for the back. All right, so we're gonna go a little faster now, okay? So inhale, palms all the way up. And exhale, folding over the legs, just for a sec. Palms coming to the shins, flat back, look up. And exhale, finding your way into your chaturanga. So again, maybe you're stepping into plank, bringing the knees down and elbows tight to the body. Coming into cobra or upward dog. And flowing back into downward dog. Whatever variation you need, just breathe. All right, so we're gonna add on, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. So hopefully, Renee, let me know how it goes, let me know how you're doing. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna step again, top of the mat. Step or hop, walk, whatever you need to do. Folding over the legs. Inhale, palms all the way up, a little back bend. And bringing the palms down, mountain pose. All right, from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna step the right foot back, coming into crescent lunge. Arms are coming up, feeling it here. From here, what we're gonna do is bring that foot back, coming into warrior two. So warrior two, your pelvis is facing this way. See if you can get a 90-degree bend here. If you don't have the strength for that, that's totally fine, just do what you can. Try and activate both your arms here, gaze is past your middle finger. Coming into reverse. Just bringing it all back. And from here, coming into extended side angle pose. So we'll rest the elbow here and palms just going straight. Nice straight line from top of the palm all the way to the foot. So just breathing here. All right, from here, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try and go into our half moon pose, okay? So if you're good here, this feels like a lot of work, maybe this is where you're gonna stay. If you wanna play with your balance, what we're gonna do is take our left palm, start bringing it to the ground, and kick that right foot back. Just for a breath, see what you can do, have some fun. If you can't get into it, just laugh and shake it off. Okay, from here, coming back into your warrior two, and let's flow it out. Palms coming to the mat, left foot comes back. If you wanna challenge yourself, maybe you're doing a three-legged chaturanga. If you wanna try chaturanga, a full one, keep the knees off the ground, elbows tight to the body, coming into upward dog with the thighs lifted off the ground. Always an option to take it down. And over the toes, downward dog. Breathing here. Notice what that feels like. We just did that one side, and now we've got the second side. So if that felt like a lot, maybe going in a child's pose, dropping here to the knees, hands coming out, forehead's coming to the mat. Catch your breath. You can always take this pose whenever you need it. And drop the elbows if you want it to be a little bit more restful. Otherwise, hanging out here in downward dog for a breath. All right, y'all ready? Let's do the other side. So find your way to the top of the mat, however you want to get there. Walk, hop, step. You know what we're doing. So from here, palms are coming to the ankles, flat back, fold, and coming all the way up. Palms coming back, maybe a little back bend, coming back into your mountain pose. All right, other side, let's do it. So coming into crescent lunge, left foot comes back this time. Palms come up. Breathing here, core's active. Warrior two, changing the footing, changing the arms, everything's active here. Breathe, pressing into both feet here. Reverse. Elbows coming to the thigh. We're coming into our extended side angle here. Opening up here through the chest. Straight line from palm to foot. Breathe here. Again, maybe you're staying here if this feels like a lot of work already. Otherwise, we're gonna test our balance coming into our half moon. So right palm is coming to the ground. Left leg lifts and hanging out here. See what this feels like. If you fall, just laugh it off. And from here, meeting back into our warrior two. Breathing here. All right, let's go. We're gonna flow it out. Palms are coming to the mat. Right leg lifts. If you want to challenge, maybe you're doing a three-legged chaturanga. Coming down, bringing the elbows tight. Maybe you're just dropping the elbows, coming into a modified chaturanga, cobra, or upward dog, looking up, and over the toes, downward dog. Breathing here, pressing the palms into the mat. Take a child's pose if you need it. Breathing here. Now, if child's pose just really doesn't feel good, that's not a restful pose, then what I want you to do is come to your seat, knees pointed to the ceiling, and instead, just drape your body here. Just trying to calm the breath down. Otherwise, hanging out here, downward dog. Breathe. All right, from here, let's do a little bit of shoulder work. So what we're gonna do is come into plank. We're gonna drop down to our forearms. Walk the feet in, get those hips high. And I want you to hold here. See what this feels like. See if you can walk the feet in a little bit more. The goal is to get your hips stacked over your shoulders. So keep holding, heads off the ground. If this is too much, maybe you're just gonna hold plank. Option 2 also, just hold normal plank, hands on the ground. So you pick yours. If this is still too much, maybe you're gonna drop the knees onto the ground. So be honest with yourself. You go to your level right now. Otherwise, we're still holding here. Couple more breaths. Working those shoulders and coming down to your knees, shake it out. We're gonna do that one more time, but we're gonna move. So we're gonna do our dolphin press. So you pick your variation. Feel free to go to child's pose if you'd rather. Just make it a little bit more relaxed. Otherwise, let's have some fun in dolphin press, okay? So let's go. So palms are coming down, elbows are down. Walk those feet up as close in as you can. And from here, we're gonna go over the hands and back. Pressing here into the elbows, into the shoulders. Go at your pace, your breath. Hips are high. 2 more, let's go. Dropping to the knees, coming into child's pose, everybody. Forehead's coming to the mat, and breathe. Again, always option to take the modified child's pose if this isn't just not feeling good. Breathe here. Cool down the breath. All right, from here, let's come onto our butts. We're gonna work our core a little bit. All right, from here, we're gonna come into boat pose, okay? So boat pose, flat back. From here, step 1 is maybe we're just keeping the toes pointed here. Step 2 is maybe we're gonna lift the ankles off a little bit. Maybe we're gonna take the hands beside. Final, legs are straight. You pick your pose, working the core here before we get into our arm balances. So just breathing here. Hold it as long as you can. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the seat down, hands are coming beside. See if you can lift that butt. If you've got blocks, maybe the blocks are gonna come beside you, and see if you can lift from there. We're gonna do that one more time, okay? So you can either go up a notch, go down a notch, or stay where you were. So you pick from here, coming into whatever variation you'd like, and testing the core here, and breathe. It's 5, it's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down, bring those blocks beside you if you've got them, or not, and just try to lift that butt off the ground. Let's go. And back down. All right, let's flow it out. Palms coming to the mat, stepping those feet back. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. Over the toes, downward dog. Feel free to keep that bend in the knees. Breathing here. Letting that wash for a breath. and then we're gonna flow one more time. Let's do it again. If you're flowed out, maybe you're gonna just stay in downward dog. Maybe you're gonna go to child's pose. Maybe you're gonna hold plank. Let's go. Coming into your plank, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. Breathing here. All right, from here, walking the feet all the way to the hands. Okay, so we're gonna practice our arm balances. If arm balances are something you just are not interested in doing, I want you to just come into Malasana squats. So that means toes are pointing out to the sides, elbows are on the inside of the legs, maybe coming to prayer here, and just being as low as you can go. You can also use the block underneath the seat to help make it a little bit more restful. If you're with me and you want to practice your arm balance, it's okay if you don't get into it. So this is where I really want you to have some fun. Let go of any expectations you have of your arm balance and let's give it a go. So palms are gonna come on the mat. We're in our Malasana squat. Your hips might be a little bit higher just depending on your flexibility and your balance. From here, watch that foundation. So again, index fingers are pointed forward, pinkies are at the edge side of the mat. Now to start your elbows, think of your chaturanga arms. So nice active, right? From here, start putting some weight here into the palms, just balancing back and forth. I want you to puff through the shoulders. Remember that cat that we did earlier? So puffing the shoulders, maybe lifting one leg, maybe lifting both. See if you can bring the feet a little closer together. One, maybe two. See if you can straighten the elbows, getting the knees higher and higher on the armpit. Gaze is going to be about just sort of up, maybe a foot in front of the hands, and just see what you can do. You can even take the block here to help you balance in case you're worried, and use it to help you balance with the forehead. So see if that's helpful and have fun. So just practice. Try it out a couple times. If you're falling, that's okay. That's the point of this, right? So as we're falling, as we're wobbling, our bodies and our minds are learning. You're building those connections. Otherwise, you're hanging out in your Malasana squats, if that feels good. If your Malasana squat is too much now, then you're gonna come into a forward fold. So have some fun here. Now, if you are in your crow, hey Daniela, awesome, I'm so glad you're here. Awesome that you're stretching. So practicing here your arm balance. If you feel pretty strong in your arm balance and you wanna go a little further, see if you can kick your legs back for chaturanga. Practice the jump back. See how that goes, okay? So I'm gonna give another 5 counts or so to just have fun, play, laugh, fall, okay? Whatever you wanna do there, just have some fun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. All right, meeting back in plank, let's flow it out. Chaturanga, inhale to upward dog, over the toes, downward dog. All right, breathing here, catch your breath. All right, right leg lifts. Coming into a warrior 2. Now, if that movement there is not working for you, that's fine. Just walk your foot up. Or if you need to come up standing first and then find it, that's totally fine too. So it takes time, right, to get graceful into some of this stuff. So you do you work your body, just figure out how you're getting here, and we'll meet here. Coming into our warrior two. Just breathe. From here, I want you to straighten that front leg into, just watch that there's a bit of, watch the extension here. So have a little micro bend. We're gonna come into our triangle pose. So maybe have your block nearby. Flatten the chest here. You wanna have your hand stacked over this hand. Nice straight line. Breathing here. Coming up into reverse triangle. So keep the legs the same. And coming into revolved triangle. So bring that block to the outside. Or if you don't have a block and your hand's not coming to the ground, that's fine. Just balance it somewhere here and trying to find that twist. So again, think about triangle on the other side, but obviously it's a bit more restricted on this side. Feel free to stick around in warrior two. If this is just way too much, breathing here. So you can see with the block, you can get that more extension. All right, let's flow it out. Foot's coming back. Chaturanga. Maybe bring the knees down. Cobra or upward dog. Over the legs, downward dog. Breathing here. Catch your breath, maybe going to child's pose if you need to. You need a little bit of extra rest. Just breathe. All right, you know what we gotta do. We did one side, so we gotta do the other side. So find your way into warrior two. So maybe you're stepping, if that's accessible to you. Maybe you're coming to standing and just finding your way there. So meeting in warrior two, whatever that looks like for you. From here, straightening that front leg, coming into triangle on this side. So again, grab that block, gives you a bit more space here. Just breathe. And you don't have to have it on the highest one. You can be on the lowest one. So you find what's gonna work for you. You don't need a block, but you can just tell that it just gives you a bit more space. Just breathe. A little micro bend in the knee. Reverse. Keep the legs the same. And coming into revolved. So right palm on the outside of the leg, twisting here. Seeing what that feels like. Maybe you're up higher. Maybe you're gonna just stay with your warrior two. Totally fine. Breathing here. All right, bring that block over to the side, palms to the ground. Bring that foot back. Let's flow it out. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Over the toes, downward dog. Maybe finding your way in child's pose if you need it. Otherwise, stepping or hopping, top of the mat. Palms coming out. All the way to the top, maybe a little back bend. And bring those palms down, mountain pose. Breathing here. All right, so we're gonna try another arm balance variation on, well, it's gonna be on both sides. So we'll give you a couple options here. So what we're gonna do is take the right foot over the left like a figure four. So option one is you're just going to sit here. So just bringing the hips back, bending this front knee, and just holding your balance here. Again, if your balance isn't sturdy today, then just try to laugh. And if you do want to continue with figure 4, but the balance just isn't working, then maybe you're going to do it on your back instead, which will look something like this. Okay? Otherwise, if you're with me, we're going to hang out here. Next variation, you're going to bring the palms down. Now, with the palms down, I want you to see if you can get your toes to start wrapping around this bicep here. So maybe bending the hips. You may need to step your foot back slightly. And I want you to think about this arm as almost being a bit of a shelf for this knee. So maybe you're hanging out here in more of a forward fold type thing. Option 3 is you're gonna play around with this arm balance, okay? Just have fun. If you wanna try it, just try it. I don't care if you're just starting or if you've been practicing for a long time. Just have fun. That's what yoga is about as well. It's about having fun, self-discovery, and just laughing. So from here, creating that shelf, maybe bringing that foot back, watching your hands, and maybe lifting that foot off the ground, and maybe straightening that back foot. Mine's not perfect, you can see. Looking ahead and holding. See if you can hold it. If you can't hold it, that's fine. Just have fun. Try it a couple times. I'm gonna give you a couple. The yoga block. Oh, that's awesome, Daniela. I'm so glad that you did that with the yoga block and you noticed a big difference. It really does make a big difference. It creates so much more space. Okay, so if you're kind of done with this arm balance, maybe you're just gonna come back to this forward fold variation. I'll count here for 5. So you do you. So you just keep playing around. See how you can do with that arm variation. And again, have fun. So let's count. So it's 5. It's 4. It's 3. 2. And 1. All right. From here, we're all in this figure 4 variation. I want you to try to come back up to standing, and with control, bring that right leg down. Shake everything out. Let's flow it out, and we're gonna do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding over the legs. Flat back, look up. Stepping, hopping, however you want, walking, get back to your plank, and chaturanga. Maybe bringing the knees down, upward dog or cobra, over the toes, downward dog. Hanging out here, take child's pose if you need to, couple breaths, and we're gonna do the other side. All right, stepping, hopping, walking, however you want. Let's jump to the top. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. And palms coming all the way up. Little back bend. Mountain pose. All right, we know it's coming, right? So we're gonna do the other side now. And what I want you to do is just notice how you feel on the other side. Sometimes one side is way easier than the other side, so just notice. Okay, so we know what to do, right? So if you went on your back, figure 4, do that. Otherwise, left leg's coming over, maybe palms coming to your chest, and digging into the hips here. So not digging, but bringing those hips back. So you should feel a nice stretch here. So maybe you're holding the balance here, maybe you're coming into that sort of fold. You can even come into a deeper fold if you'd rather. All right, so now the fun begins. So let's see how we do on this other side with this arm balance. So again, we're gonna try and get those palms on the ground. Maybe you're gonna kick that leg back just a little bit to create a bit more space. See if you can bring those toes to wrap around the right bicep and create that shelf with the knee on the left side.
So I'll go from this angle so you guys can see. So again, wrapping the toes, palms on the ground, creating that shelf, okay? So from here, we're gonna see what we can do. Again, you may fall, this may feel really inaccessible. Let's have some fun, lighten up, and just see where we go. Okay, you may surprise yourself. So from here, wrapping the foot, maybe lifting that foot off, maybe trying to, that straight leg variation. Ooh. Holding here, maybe coming out of it. So again, you do you. Practice whatever variations are feeling good. Have some fun, and we'll hang out here for another 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, wherever you are, coming back into that figure 4 on the other side. Practicing our balance here. So coming up to standing if you can, and with control, bringing that left foot down, shaking it all out. All right, let's flow it out and let's cool it down. So inhale, palms up. Little micro back bend if that feels good. Folding over the legs. Let's take a bit of an extra long fold here. So again, pick whatever you like. Maybe the knees are really bent here. Maybe you're working on straightening. Focus on your body. Maybe even close your eyes in this position. Find something that feels good. Maybe you'll take your hands behind your back and have a shoulder stretch. If this isn't available, this is where straps and towels can be really handy. You can take the towel and get the same stretch. Otherwise, maybe you're grabbing behind the legs, your toes. You pick, letting that head hang. All right, from here, look up, flat back, stepping, hopping, walking, all the way back, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog, rolling over the toes, downward dog. Breathe here. All right, coming to our seat. Gonna do a, oh hey Jess, awesome, I'm so glad that you joined. Thanks so much for joining and supporting. Okay, so we're gonna go into a back bend, then we'll go into our shoulder stand series, and then we're gonna close it out. So back bend, if you are feeling a little bit tired from all that fun we just had, maybe you're gonna grab your block. Maybe you're just gonna tuck this under the sacrum and just relax here. This is perfectly good to do this. So just breathe here. Or if you want to make it a little bit more active, take out the block and we're going to press into the feet, lifting the hips, lifting the glutes, core is active, and hanging here. From here, we're going to maybe tuck the shoulders underneath to create more of that back bend, hands clasping together. So just see what that feels like. If the hands won't clasp, they can also just be beside. So just seeing what variation you're taking. If wheel is in your practice and you want to take wheel, I won't walk through it, but feel free to do that instead. So just breathe here. Breathing here. Putting the weight in your feet, making sure your legs are doing some work here. Watch your lower back. All right, unclasping the palms And slowly bring that seat onto the ground. Let's windshield wiper the legs really quick. Awesome. Yeah, enjoy Adrian Nico's live. They're amazing. All right, from here, we're gonna go into our shoulder stand series. Awesome. Thanks, Erin, for checking us out and being here and supporting and keeping Dave company. All right, from here, let's go into our shoulder stand. So if you're just not interested in doing shoulder stand, that's totally fine. I'm gonna give you another quick flow that you can do while we're doing shoulder stand. So if you don't wanna do the shoulder stand, what I want you to do is grab your strap or your towel, and I want you to do this instead. So what we're gonna do is left leg's gonna be bent. You're gonna just take the foot and do a little stretch here, okay? So just keeping the leg in a bit of a micro bend, and I want you to stretch out from here. Then coming out to the side, coming back to center, and do the other side. So try to hold each for about 5 breaths or so, and then we'll meet back after the shoulder stand series. Okay, so shoulder stand series. What we're gonna do, first we're gonna take the hands on the mat, start bringing the butt up. I like going into plow first to get my positioning right, but you don't have to. You can come right into it, have your hands on the back. See if you can tuck your thumbs, just because if you do fall, you don't want to break your thumb. And from here, see how far up you can get your hands. From here, see how far back you can bring your legs, because often they're not actually stacked. Your core should be working here. So breathe here. Your breathing is going to be compressed a little bit. Just breathe. Don't look around while you're in shoulder stand. It can really hurt your neck. Calm the breath down. From here, if you want to do your inverted bicycle, start using the legs in a bicycle motion. Keeping your balance. And when you're ready, coming back to shoulder stand and plow. Maybe clasping the shoulders and the hands and stepping the feet as far away as you can. Breathing here. From here, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly bringing the back down. And from here, maybe coming into cross-legged, or maybe legs are straight, bringing the crown of the head to the floor, creating a little bit of space here in the back to offset that shoulder stand. Breathe here. All right, everybody meets back here, back on the floor, and coming into happy baby. So maybe grabbing the bottom of the feet. Maybe you're just grabbing the bottom of your thighs. So just breathing here. Fu, was it the shoulder stand? I know it can be a bit tough. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Dave did a great job with the music, Kath. Augie. Oh, awesome. That's all right. Thanks so much for joining in on the live, Augie. Kath, good morning. All right, so just hanging out here in your happy baby. Let's start winding everything down. So from here, what I want you to do is bring those hands out into a T. And what we're gonna do is just bring the knees all the way over to the left. Having a little bit of a twist here, a little baby twist. If you find that your shoulder's way up, see if you can bring it down. And if you can't, this is where towels or blankets can be really great because you can use that underneath the shoulder to help you bridge that gap. So have a look, try that out, see what that feels like, and just breathe. Noticing here where maybe you're feeling that twist. See if you can breathe into that tension. All right, coming back to center. Let's hug the knees in just before we go to the other side. Maybe doing some circles here with the lower back to just give it a bit more of a release. Maybe going the other side. Super! Oh my gosh! I didn't think you were actually gonna come. So super, this is awesome. Guys, I know we're relaxing, but you guys gotta go check out my guy Super. He's from Toronto, he's amazing. He's the most amazing storyteller. He'll definitely have you laughing, and especially while we're all feeling low energy and blue. Man, he's awesome, so please go check him out. All right, from here, what we're gonna do is just go to the other side. So palms are gonna come out to the side, and you're gonna bring those legs all the way over to the right. Again, feeling that twist, seeing if you can get that left shoulder onto the mat. And again, if that's just not happening, that's fine. Just grab a towel, grab a blanket, and put that underneath the shoulder to just bridge that space. It'll just help you relax into this just a little bit more. So just breathing. Starting to really slow down the body here, slowing down the breath. See if you can breathe into that tension. All right, from here, bring those knees back up, hugging those legs in just a little bit more. Dave. That's okay, Super. It's all good to be late. You came for the relaxing part, so maybe this is what you need before you shotgun any beers today. Dave. She's just hugging in the knees here. Just noticing what this all feels like. We're gonna go into Shavasana. So if there's any last poses that you want to go into, feel free to take those now. Otherwise, as you're holding your knees, I want you to just grab them really, really tight as you can, creating this little ball, lots of energy flowing. Hold, 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 and finally release. So releasing here, letting everything go, coming into your final pose, Shavasana. So taking any variation of Shavasana that you like, maybe classic, which is just having the legs as wide as the mat, having the arms out to the side here. Or maybe you want to try something a little different. If you've got your blocks nearby, maybe you're going to come into a diamond shape with the legs instead. Bringing the blocks here, maybe putting them underneath the knees just to help. Thanks, Super. Dave's fanboying a little bit, I think. All right, so just hanging out here. If you like this variation, if you are near a wall, you can always see if you can put your legs up on the wall and just try that. It can feel amazing. You get the blood flowing in the other direction and it's great. So just breathing. Taking this time for you, noticing what you feel like. So I'm gonna put the blocks back underneath my knees here. I want you to notice if you can get a little bit more grounded here. Notice where your body is actually touching the mat, touching the floor. Notice if that feels cool or warm, or what that feels like. See if you can notice any tension that you might still be holding in the body. Maybe in your toes or your fingers. Maybe in your chest, your arms, your legs, anywhere. See if you can breathe into that. And as you get deeper into your Shavasana, I'm going to read the quote of the week. All right. The quote of the week. Never, ever underestimate the importance of having fun. It's by Randy Pausch. Have fun, laugh, way too much laughter. Try something new, even if you're bad at it. Don't take yourself so seriously. Take the pressure off and let yourself enjoy your life. It's amazing how the simplest things can bring us the most joy. So savor the moment, smile, breathe, and let yourself live it. So just breathing here. Noticing if that quote like brought anything up or maybe not. And if it didn't, that's okay too. Just letting it go. Taking these last few moments here for you before you get started with your day. Let's do 3 breaths together. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale. Let it go out of the mouth. One more. Inhale. Let it go. From here, slowly waking up the body. Wiggling those toes, wiggling those fingers, maybe nodding the head back and forth, any bits of movement. Maybe a nice big body stretch, stretching your arms and your legs in opposite direction. And finally, picking a side, any side, rolling over to the side in a bit of a fetal position, using your arm as a pillow. Just enjoying this last moment. And finally, coming up into seated position. Try to keep those eyes closed if you can. Just noticing here what you feel like. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thanks for being here Saturday morning or whatever time it is for you. Thanks for showing up for a little bit of self-care. I hope you guys laughed. I hope you had fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste. All right. So that is it.
Oops, my phone is going crazy. Hey, Mama. I'm glad you liked that one. Good morning, Evie. Dave. So that was the class. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We definitely tried some things that we normally don't do, some more advanced postures. We had some fun. We played with our balance. So awesome. Jess, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Augie, I'm so glad that you enjoyed what you did, and thanks for joining for the last little bit. You guys are awesome, and I always love when you guys join. It really makes my day when I see you guys on here, so thanks for being here. As always, we'll stick around for a couple moments, so if anybody has any feedback on any questions, anything like that. Lulu Shonda, this is great. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. So thanks so much, Lulu Shonda, for joining. I'm really glad you were here. And awesome, super. I would love if you were here next time. It would be awesome to have you, a pleasure to have you on here. So if you've got any requests on what you want to see, then let me know and I'll make sure to include it. And yeah, you guys are awesome. So it's super. We really didn't think you were going to join. So this is pretty exciting that you're here. Jen, awesome. I'm glad Renee feels so relaxed. I'm glad he really enjoyed his first class and that he did so well. I was a little bit nervous because we did do some more advanced stuff, but I was also thinking Renee's pretty damn strong. So I think he probably did pretty good. So I'll call you guys later and we can recalibrate. Augie, enjoy the rest of your day. Lulu Shonda, I'm glad you're here. Augie, what's the weather like? Oh my gosh, it's freaking cold here. So this weekend, the temperatures have dropped. So I've heard that tonight is supposed to get as cold as -25. Now from my weather app, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be as cold, so we'll see. But right now we're hanging around about like -11, somewhere between -11 and -15. So it's a pretty cold weekend. Amanda, I'm glad that you liked the quote to close out the practice. Thanks so much for being here. It's so fun to have you here, Amanda. As always, if you've got any requests for next week, let me know. And otherwise, have an amazing weekend. Jen, everybody is impressed by you, so that does not shock me. And guys, make sure you guys check out Jen on Instagram, so @thedesignersocial, especially if you like, I mean, guys, I don't know about you, but I haven't been to the dentist in a while. You know, my teeth are looking yellow these days, so definitely go check out her giveaway. She's got an awesome giveaway, tooth whitening. It's an amazing kit, so definitely go check it out. It's a home kit. It's definitely way better than those, like, who does those kits? It's like those whitening strips and stuff like that. So definitely go check them out. It's way better. It's better for your teeth as well. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you check her giveaway out. I'd like to come back, yoga. Yeah, your back's been messed up, super. So I remember you saying that last time. So maybe what we'll do next Saturday is we can focus on opening up the back a little bit more and do maybe some heart openers and things like that. I think that would be really helpful. And super, where is your back messed up? Is it like on the lower back? Is it the upper back? Is it the whole back? Let me know, and then I can make sure that we get some stuff in. Rexel, thanks so much for checking it out, especially I know it was early, so thanks for being there. And just south of you guys have snow. Augie, how cold is it where you are? Augie's in the UK, so it's always fun to see what everybody else's winter is like. So have a great weekend, everybody. If you're trying to enjoy what we can. And then also tomorrow, 10 a.m., we've got our Get Fit with HIITs if you want to get the energy up. Also, you can always catch the tail end of Adrian and Nico if you guys are interested in doing 1 or 2 rounds with them. They are really awesome. Super lower back, perfect. Okay, so I will make sure that we've got a really good lower back sequence in there for next week, just for you. So let me know, we'll do that, and then you can let me know how your back felt after that one. Awesome. Okay, Augie, so that's the second one. Okay, cool. So we'll definitely focus on lower back next week, kind of get into that a little bit and open it up. All right, sweet. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining. It's so much fun to do this. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. I always forget to do like that intro in the beginning for people that are new to my channel, so I'll have to remember that next time. It's 0 degrees, but overnight it'll be about -5 degrees centigrade. Okay, nice. Okay, so you're pretty much same as, well, not same as us. Actually, a lot warmer. I wish it was 0 because then I would be more inclined to go running outside. But awesome. Still cold, so we all have to bundle up right now. All right, awesome. Okay, guys, so we're gonna end it here. Thanks again so much for joining. I hope you guys have the most amazing weekend still. Maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow at Get Fit with HIIT, and otherwise I hope to see you guys next Saturday. As always, always open for suggestions, feedback, and stuff like that. So if you've got any thoughts, let me know. And otherwise, I will catch you guys next week. So, all right, bye everyone. Oh, and don't forget to like. I always forget that.